I recently hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Now, I know in the giant world of YouTube, 100 subscribers might not sound like a huge number, but to me, it felt like evidence. This week, I was actually in the middle of a personal family situation and had missed a couple of uploads. But that evidence showed me it was the start of something. Evidence that the work started to compound. Evidence that people I do not know are choosing to come along. And it made me think about something I don't hear people talk about enough. What YouTube gives you before it pays you money. And yes, monetization matters. Income matters. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. But if the only reason you start YouTube is because you expect it to pay you immediately, you may miss all the other ways it starts changing you first. So today I want to talk about what YouTube gives you before it pays you. The first thing YouTube gives you is a voice. Not because you magically know exactly what you're going to do on day one, but because you find your voice by using it. You sit down, you record, you say the thing. You say it awkwardly. You say it softly. You say it too many ways. You edit, you publish, you try again. And slowly, you start to hear yourself more clearly. You start to realize what you actually care about, what you keep coming back to, what you want to help people with, and what you are tired of staying quiet about. That is valuable. The second thing YouTube gives you is evidence. Every video is evidence. Evidence that you showed up, evidence that you finished something, evidence that you published even before it was perfect. Evidence that you're building a body of work. And that matters because confidence does not always come before action. Sometimes confidence comes from watching yourself take action repeatedly. You start to trust yourself because you have proof. The third thing YouTube gives you is clarity. When you publish, you start learning. Not just from analytics, although those matter. You learn from what feels aligned, what feels heavy, what people respond to, what you want to say more of, what you are done forcing. Your channel becomes a mirror. It shows you what is working, what is confusing, what feels true, and what needs to become clearer. That is why I think starting messy can be so useful. You cannot think your way into perfect clarity forever. At some point, clarity comes from creating. The fourth thing YouTube gives you is communication practice. This is huge. If you can explain your idea on camera, you get better at explaining them everywhere. In conversations, in business, in coaching, in writing, in offers, in meetings, in how you introduce yourself. YouTube forces you to package your thoughts. It makes you think, what is the point? Who is this for? What problem am I solving? What do I want someone to walk away with? That is a real skill. The fifth thing YouTube gives you is a body of work. Before the money comes, before the big audience comes, before the external validation comes, you're creating assets. Videos that can be discovered later, ideas that can become offers, themes that can become products, stories that can build trust. A library that says, this is what I think about. This is what I care about. This is how I help. This is not nothing. And the sixth thing YouTube gives you is momentum. Sometimes it is slow. Sometimes it is painfully slow. Sometimes a video you care about gets almost no views. Sometimes you wonder if anyone is paying attention. But then one person subscribes, then another, then someone watches for 5 minutes, then someone comments. Then a video starts moving days later. Then you realize the channel is becoming something. Not overnight, but through repetition. The work can still be working even when you have to step away for a moment. That was a big reminder for me. And that is why I think YouTube can be worth starting before it pays you. Because even before the money, it can give you clarity. It can give you courage. It can give you communication skills. It can give you evidence. It can give you a body of work. And it can give you momentum. And if you are building a bigger life, those things matter. So if you're thinking about starting YouTube or starting anything creative, maybe don't only ask, how fast will this pay me? Also ask, who could I become by doing this consistently? What skills could I build? What clarity could I gain? What evidence could I create? Because sometimes the first payment is not money. Sometimes the first payment is becoming the kind of person who keeps showing up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.